name is Aiden, and I am here to give you an instructional video on how to have good kitchen safety and tips on how to be able to safely operate silverware and other cutlery in the kitchen. Avoid baggy clothes as they could potentially catch flame, and open-toed shoes that expose you. So, change it to something more fitting and have shoes on that are able to cover your toes. The next step is to wash your hands thoroughly. Make sure you get between your fingers, under your fingernails, rinse it under warm water, and wash it for at least 20 seconds. You'll be handling food that has the potential for cross-contamination, leading to foodborne illnesses that you do not want to get. Some accidents are just inevitable, but if you find yourself spilling, make sure you clean it up right away as to avoid hurting yourself or others, leading to potentially even more damage than you anticipated on having. If you see the handle of a pot or pan pointing out towards you, point it away as to avoid spilling whatever food is in there, and keep pot holders on hand, just in case it's hot. Foodborne illnesses may happen from time to time, but there are easy ways to avoid it. Avoid leaving perishable items such as milk, raw meat, other dairy products, and raw fish out for too long, as they can spoil and lead to even more illness, especially if you start to intermix these and store them together. Have your silverware accessible and organized in a drawer. That way you're able to pick out which silverware you want to use. Also, have your knives stored in either a wood block or a silverware drawer out of the reach of children or other people who may be in harm's way if they get their hands on them. Before you use a knife, make sure it's sharpened enough to where it will not slide off if you decide to start cutting. Because if it slides off, there's a potential that you may get cut in the process. A sharp knife is a good knife, and it'll make it last longer as well. When using the knife, notice the person here is pushing the blade down and pushing it through rather than pulling it towards himself. His fingers are curled under, with his knuckles guiding rather than his fingertips to avoid slicing himself. The cutting board, and yes, use a cutting board, not your hand, has rubber edges on it to stay in place, and if it doesn't, use a damp towel to keep it in place. Notice that the blade tip never leaves the surface when mincing, as it is fast and rapid and there's a higher risk of injury to occur. And that will conclude the instructional video. Hopefully you'll be able to take these tips and implement them in your daily kitchen lives, and stay safe and have a good day.